The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
A surprising new poll shows Donald Trump is the front-runner among likely Republican primary voters, beating Mike Huckabee by 9 points and Mitt Romney by 11 points. I asked Congresswoman Bachmann what Trump's popularity says about the Republican Party.
I think what this says is that Donald Trump has a message that's been connecting with a lot of people across the country. He's an interesting person. He doesn't hold back what he believes, and I think that he's done a good job connecting with people.
What do you think the Tea Party thinks of him, and do you think that they see him as a viable presidential candidate?
They may. I think that whatever we can do to increase the ranks of people who are part of the Tea Party is a good thing, because the Tea Party, as you know, is not a political party. It's made up of Democrats, independents, people who've never been political before in their life. They're people who don't want us to increase taxes, and they want us to live within our means and act under the Constitution, and they want our country to come back again. They want the economy to revive. These are really good people. It's a very broad-based message, and I've been really excited to be a part of the Tea Party movement.
And you know, President Obama this week said to ABC that if the Republicans keep focusing on where he was born, that it just makes it easier for him to get reelected. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's an interesting issue that has gone on for so long, and it's one that the president could have solved very early on. All he had to do is just answer some questions and show his document, and then have people do an attestation that this, in fact, is a legal document, and it's over. It's done. And I think the president has neglected to focus on answering that question for people, and that's why a lot of people still have it lingering in their minds. None of us can prove, none of us can do attestation. Only the president and someone who is legally tasked with attesting to the validity of that document can do that, and I think that's what the president should do.
Well, it would certainly put an end to it, but right now it appears that after the Obama speech this week, that the presidential campaign is in full gear. Where are you in terms of making your decision regarding a 2012 run for president?
Well, I'll be making a formal announcement probably sometime in June as to whether or not I'll be in this race. But I have laid groundwork in South Carolina, Iowa, and New Hampshire, meeting with influential people in the state, but also meeting with just your voters on the street. And it's been a wonderful response that I've been getting from people. I'm in South Carolina this weekend, and I'll also be up in New Hampshire. I was in Iowa earlier this week, and one thing I know is that people have weighed President Obama in the balance, and he's been found wanting. I think we have a real opportunity to win back the White House, and it's not about, again, a political party winning. It's about taking the country back. That's the bigger issue, and I really think it's going to happen in 2012.
Well, you know, we're sitting here waiting and watching. So, Congresswoman Bachmann, thanks so much for being with us. We look forward to having you back.
It's always a privilege. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.